Peace, family. This is TheSatrilrose coming at you guys with another exclusive video. Man, I wanted to do something a little different, right? Today, I wanted to speak about this particular movie, The Book of Eli, starring Denzel Washington. Man, this is such a powerful film. If you have not seen The Book of Eli, please, I advise you to go and see The Book of Eli, right? And I pray that after this video, you guys go ahead and go watch the movie, right? And what compelled me to actually speak about this particular film is that it speaks about ancient knowledge and how the chosen are meant to actually pass that knowledge down to a successor, right? It is common faith, or it is common knowledge, that if you have knowledge, if you have information, it is your duty, it is your responsibility to pass that down, right? And you have to fight to keep that knowledge and that wisdom safe, and keep that knowledge and wisdom within the collective, right? It is important that we do so. In this particular movie, it speaks about it, right? In a apocalyptic type of world, to where everyone is consuming one another, quite literally consuming one another and feeding off of one another. In the movie, it's taken quite literal. However, this is a spiritual perspective of how we are doing this now, right? We are literally doing this now. We are literally consuming and eating off of one another's energy, right? Well, not to speak on those of us who are chosen, however, just speaking in general, right? With this particular movie, it definitely portrays how there are energy vampires and they can consume your energy, right? And it's through this ancient knowledge that's been passed down to us that we are able to protect ourselves. It is through tapping into the subconscious and tapping into the Akashic records within our minds. Because all is mind, everything is mental, right? And as you can see in the movie, again, I don't want to spoil the film. I don't want to spoil the movie. However, by the end of the movie, he actually recites the book word for word, just from his mind alone. Just from his mind alone. You get what I'm saying? So again, it is our duty, it is our responsibility to actually pass down this knowledge, pass down this information. This is why it is important that we study. This is why that it is important and vital that we actually get to the source of the true information, of the true knowledge and wisdom of certain practices and of certain modalities. You get what I'm saying? This is a powerful film, family. This is a powerful film, man. And I pray that you guys actually watch this movie if you haven't already. And if you have, man, hey, leave a comment. You know what I'm saying? Looking forward to connecting with y'all, man. And I love doing this work. I see. So I I thought the message was done. However, spirit actually compelled me to speak about this as well, right? Again, I don't want to tell the movie, however, because I know a lot of people haven't seen this particular film. However, I will say, in the movie, he had a successor. He ended up running into a young woman, and later on in the movie, she actually was the one who was to actually keep the knowledge safe and keep that book safe, right? And if I'm not mistaken, in the movie, the book that they're speaking of is actually the King James Bible. The King James Bible, right? So it is now her responsibility. This responsibility was passed down to her from Eli, right? And as unconventional and unintended as this situation was, it was meant to be, right? And this is how a lot of us are on this journey right now. We run into elders, or we run into individuals who are more knowledgeable than we are, who are more, you get what I'm saying? And their knowledge is passed down to us. Their practices is passed down to us, and it is our job to keep this safe, right? And this is why I believe that it is important that you find an elder who is knowledgeable and who actually knows the true knowledge of certain practices, right? It is important that you find a godfather. It is important that you find a godmother who is knowledgeable and who has the experiences necessary to teach you. You get what I'm saying? Yes, we are spiritually led. Yes, we are led by ancestors, taught by ancestors, taught through the Akashic records. However, there are individuals who are living Akashic records. We are all living Akashic records. However, there are individuals who are more experienced in tapping into that energy, right? So man, like I said, man, this movie is extremely powerful. Is extremely powerful, man. You know, and just speaking about it, I'm having more and more downloads. I may even have to go and watch the film again. So as I said before, I love doing this work. Looking forward to connecting with you guys. I see.